Welcome to Trading Lounge and the daily US stocks for Friday, August 19. Starting with Apple here on the daily chart. As we've been looking at the top of wave 3 and looking for a wave 4 pullback into this space. Apple is quite strong, and I could have this wrong, but let's go in and have a bit of a look at it. And let's go to 5k and then 1, I think. I'll just go, we'll have a look at 5 first. Yeah, so we're looking at the top of wave 3 here, and we've had a move down in most markets, as you know, and in most cases that move down is impulsive, and now we're looking at a sort of a corrective rally on these markets. So let's go in and take a closer look at this. Just on the 1000 here, so we've had this first move to the downside, and we're looking for an ABC pattern here. We can see that this looks quite bullish here, but we can also see that this has moved up really quite high here as well. So we need to sort of understand this pattern a little bit more. So go to 100 ticks, and yeah, so like I said, in most cases we've got this 5-wave move down through here, and that means that after some sort of rally we should have another 5 down. Now obviously the rally here has turned out to be quite large, so there's sort of strength in the markets, but at the same time I think that we need to look at it, continue to look at it as wave 4, but we also need to look at it as more of a positive move to the upside. I was thinking here, just keeping it very simple, is that I've got the A wave here, then an A and a B and a C wave here, and the C wave will have 5 waves in it, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So we need for this to be in place here as wave 4 and then wave 5, and then we can start moving down at this stage, in that way. So that's what I'm sort of thinking. And yeah, if we just have a look at, this is the SPY here. So with the SPY, the SPY, we can see we've got a nice clean 5 waves here. That's why I'm showing it. And then we've got this ABC here for this, and then we've got also, it does appear that we've got another nice 5 waves down here, a little bit rough in here for this. So we could look at this as an A and a B and a C here, and then 1 and 2 here, and 3, 4, 5 to come up here for the SPY, so a bit more to come here. So Friday opening a bit firmer and then moving down for the day. So I think we need to tighten it up too, as an A wave, a B wave and a C wave into this sort of space. The S&P is a little bit same but different. So with the S&P here, we've got this 5 waves down here. I thought that we could actually look at it probably as an A and a B wave here too, if I put a B wave here and then look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So an A and a B and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But anyway, that's kind of subtle but important. I've also got 5 waves in here that I've pulled apart. So I've got 5 waves in this leg here. So I don't think that I can put the B wave here. It really needs to go over there for that. So I need to remove that. But once again, in this area here, I'm not quite sure how to count this. We could look at this here as an A and a B and a C here for a smaller B wave, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I just wanted to track these little 5 waves up, because we don't want to go too high, because a B wave can take out the top of the market here as an expanded flat. But if we're going to have an expanded flat, we definitely need 3 waves in this first move here. And in most cases we've got that 5-wave move here. But what I wanted to do here is just point out that we've got the 61.8% coming in around the top here, so the 4,300 here, and the 4,300 is really quite unique and quite handy really, because if we get a classic trading levels pattern here, then we could go long from that. So that means that say like this here, how it pushed up into group 1, so 10 to, because this is the swing range for this market here, basically there. So if we wait for the first high here, and then we can go long here, and then we can wait for the second high and go long above this one here. In this case, it never happened. But if we did the same over here, then we could look at going bullish at that point. So I'm thinking that, well, it's a little bit tricky, this one, because this looks like 5 waves here, but it obviously it's got overlapping wave structures. That looks like 5 waves. So it looks like an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here for that. So that's why I was thinking just 5 waves up here for this. But I think that on the bullish side, if we got like a nice top coming into play here, above the 61.8%, then we could look at going long, because we don't want to miss anything. And you basically, it's a bit confusing being an analyst and a trader at the same time. So a trader knows his trade setups for going long and short, and understands his risk management and all the rest of it. So if I had this one here and that got breached here, well, then I would be building in on group 1 here and hoping that I'd get support on top of 43.30 up here. That's what I'd be sort of aiming for. So definitely if we got support on 43.30, well, then we have to be long at that point, right? That's just my trading rules, really. So putting the trading hat on and being long from that point. You could build in through these levels here, but I do think we need to give this a little chance to finish off here. And the other point too is we've got to kind of work out if Friday is going to be bullish. So what we can do is allow the market to open on the Friday and give it 20 minutes, and then after 20 minutes, if it's still bullish, then we'll need to go on the bullish side of the market. This is the NASDAQ here, and yeah, I mean, once again, you could treat this as an A wave and a B wave here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So you could look at this as an A, B, C pattern here. This one here has got 1, 2, 3, 4. I suppose you could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could look at it as 5 waves. I was looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 to here. There's an A wave, and then a B and a C here for a B wave, and then 5 waves up here, so an A and a B, and then it's like we've got 5 here as well. It's starting to struggle here now, isn't it? So, well, obviously it's the end of the close as well, so we'll just need to keep an eye on that. But I guess on the short side now, these lows, so well, I mean, everyone's different, and it doesn't, it doesn't mean matter right or wrong, but for me, I would start from the bottom here and start to work up, looking for the short trade here, thinking at what point would this structure here be breaking down? At what point would it have overlapping wave structures? So really, at this point here would be good. I could use this little one here as well, but if I was going to go short, if this moved up here further or just came down here, I would need, it would come down and bounce off it and then come through here and then go back and then drop here. So then I would use this low to go into here. Now I'm explaining all of this using the indices because we're going to go in and have a look at the stocks now, and they're in the same sort of picture. So we've got Apple here, which is closing low, but this will also bounce here. So we may get this here if I can just readjust this a little bit. So we don't have we haven't finished on 5 waves here yet. So even though it's overlapped and this is pulling down here, we may or may not get one more little move here to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, because it shouldn't really finish on 3 waves here. So just bear that in mind. But once again, let's just assume for a moment that it does go up there. Then we can look to short under this one here, and probably under this one here, and that's close to the 174 at that point. So you don't need to short it right there. You'll just wait for a classic trading levels pattern under that. So we can put that over here, So you have to wait for, you know, the first low below the level as your reference point for your trigger to go low. Yeah, I did look at this on 10 ticks, so this is 100 ticks we're looking at it on here, so let's just have a look at it on. See, I could also count, this is kind of interesting, I could count it down. I mean, because I try to look at I don't try to make things fit. I try to, if I'm going short, I'd want to have a look at all the long trade side of it, you know. So this, you've got this leg, and this leg, and then here we've got 1 2 3 4 5, or 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4. Doesn't really quite go well there, does it? I thought it was a bit better than that. Or maybe that's okay. And then a bit of a spike here on the third, and the fourth here, and the fifth here for the third. So 1 2 3 4 5 here, a little bit high, a bit of overlap on this. So I'm just trying to see if it makes it corrective, you know. That was the only thing. So let's just see how Friday opens. I mean, it could have this as the, I mean, this is also this will be very close to the 61.8% as well. I mean, we could probably put the B wave here and look at this as the C wave. Let's just say that this market finishes off today, comes down here somewhere, and then pulls back because we know the stochastics is there. Then you could go short under this one here. I mean, because the time it goes under this one here, you've got overlapping. If it breaches this one, it forces that to be corrective at that point. I would have to label it like this here. It's something like it. I haven't quite nailed it, but it's something like this that we're dealing with, you know. You know, we've started the correction, and this is just held up quite sort of nicely. Let's have a look at the other markets and see if we can get anything. So Nvidia is got its own sequence happening because it's got a different low date here, not the 17th of June, so it's slightly different. So I was considering this being the A wave here with an ABC for the B wave and then down for the C wave here. It also is coming quite high here as well, but it makes it very difficult to count. I mean, I can definitely count 5 waves in here, so I'm very confident about that 5, which would then leave 5 to here. I've always wondered if I need to look at this as a 5th wave here, because it kind of counts quite nicely as 5 waves up here. I'm thinking, do I, you know, am I supposed to be looking at this as 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5? But as you can see, it's rather small. In fact, it doesn't even take out the top here. So it's kind of doesn't belong to that. It belongs to this side over here. But this could be an A and a B and a C at this point here in building. But we'll just give it a chance. It's hitting supply up here now. So if you're going to short these things, you kind of need to see a little bit of a drop, which you don't chase, and then wait for the rally, and then look to short, you know, on this underneath of it, or the second one, or whatever. But I think the trick is to see if Friday is going to be strong, because that will follow whatever Friday does. Then Monday's going to follow through on that. So you've got that sort of momentum. So Friday might open strong for these markets, but eventually fall lower. So with Amazon here, it's a little bit clearer. We've got that nice 1 2 3 4 5 here, and I was looking for a B wave here. You know, once again, you just got to be a little bit careful, because it may, you know, might have to put the B wave here eventually. You know, I don't know. Yeah, that's where that is at the moment. I could probably even put the A wave here and the B wave over here for this, actually, and then look at this as down for 1 here and back for 2, but it's rather a big wave 2 compared to wave 1, so a little bit we still need to pull down here if I've got wave 4 right here. So still looking for weakness. So, you know, calling in the top, and we're seeing weakness, so we'll just stay with that. And Meta's out of all the stocks we have, Meta and Nvidia are in a different cycle, different pattern. They had different lows going on, but Meta is sort of way off the scale. It's completely different. But even so, we're still looking for an ABC pattern and then a move to the upside here. So the movement's the same as the other stocks. It's just counted a little bit differently. And even this count that I got here doesn't mean that it's right. But I did understand that while the other markets are doing an ABC for a wave 4, then this market could be doing this and then push up at that point. So that's what I'm thinking at this point, and I'll just stay with that. And Tesla here. So I mean, I would like just to put this here as 1 and 2 here, and all of this is the 3rd wave, and this is the 4th wave here, and going up for the 5th wave here. That's the best look for all of this, but that wouldn't be in line with the rest of the market. So I have to put this in line with the rest of the markets and call this the A wave down here, and the B wave and the C wave. So I still need to stay with that at the moment. If I was wrong here and you need to go long, then this is 900 here, and this is group 1 and group 2. So if we got support on top of 930, then I can be proved wrong, and then you can be long at that point. But until that happens, we just need to allow this to play out. It's really important not to lose money. This market's pretty much, apart from this here, it's really stuck into the 900, into group 1 and group 2, which is the norm. And it's important not to lose money in this particular space. So we'll just be a bit more patient about this, and we'll just expect this to come down in 1 and 2 here, and 3, 4 and 5 to come into here. I don't think it's really worth trade. I don't like trading around large numbers. It's quite difficult. Sometimes it moves quite nicely, but other times you get sort of this sort of stuff happening. So we can trade this when we get a classic trading levels pattern back on the 900 here, and then we can start to build in all through here, and our target will be up here for that. So this is where the trade will be at this point, but we just need to allow wave 4 to play out. And Alphabet. So Alphabet may have, we've had first move down, which can be counted as an ABC in here, by the way. And so we could go straight up from that point, or we can have one more little move down here. Like I said, I'm not interested in this at the moment. We can pick it up over here once we finish this ABC. Then this leg here would be okay to trade. But yeah, the range is just not in here. The risk reward factor is just not there. And for Microsoft, it's good to see this come down as well. So I was just rejigging this a little bit. I put, because I had wave 5 over here, but I've put this as wave 3 here, 4 and 5 here. I like that idea because it's higher here and so on, but I still got like a 5-wave structure here. So last time I had this over here for this, so looking at this as an ABC here for this. So if that's the case, we still need 5 waves down here. And the same thing, it doesn't really matter if what we do with this here. I was just mucking around, but the same thing applies here. We've got the 290 here, which is the closest largest number, and we've got group 1 above and group 2 below. So hopefully it's great when a market has been doing this and then it comes below the level, because if it comes below the level, then all you need to do is just wait to see if the market can prove to you that it's strong and can get back and fight that supply, that the demand has got to be sort of strong enough. So then this is where we can build in all through these levels through here, and then we can move up to the 300. And then the good thing about this is that all of this here will be the accumulation process, and that will help us drive the distribution process to the upside. So it's great when it dips below the level, so we'll just stay on point with that, stay on track. And I did drag Berkshire Hathaway into this this wave 3-4 business here. I just felt there's another little move up before we got to wave 3, but it will just sort of throw it out too much. So I'll just leave it like this, and hopefully here, I know that this is a strong level here, but hopefully on Friday we can get some sort of bounce off this level and then a move through it, because then we've got here the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and ABC here, and then we can build in over here for this to the long side. We need the setup over here, of course, but basically this is the classic trading level. So we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. We're just here at the moment, so we want that, and then we can go along over here. And square. So we're looking at square as wave 1 here, 2 here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, an A wave, a B wave, and the C wave for wave 4 here. And I think that it will tie in quite nicely with the other patterns that we're looking at, even though that this wave 4 has been going on a lot longer, but it kind of brings it into sync nicely. So I'll just keep an eye on it. Yesterday we were looking for wave 3 to finish off here, and wave 4. I'm not sure if wave 4 is finished. You know, one would expect it to come back up to the previous wave 4, and we don't have wave 5 here. But once again, if we can, you know, drive below this 80 here, this large number, and then with the rest of the markets, once we've got the right timing with everything, we get that first high above the level, and we can look to build in through 80, 1, 2 and 3. If we get support on 3, then we can add on 5 and that sort of thing. So hopefully this plays out here in this B to C wave here in 5 waves. And the banks. So we've got BAC here. So the most conservative situation is that we can look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for wave A, and a B and a C wave here. It's a little bit small, so it might not be the case. So we don't have to go long here just yet. So we may end up with something a bit more over here with all of this. We'll just see how it goes, but it does make a nice ABC as it stands. So yeah, we won't do anything here. This does look impulsive here. Looks like it wants to go up further. Yeah, it looks like it wants to go up further, so it will pull back. It looks like it's going to do something like this, but we'll just see. It might just have, all of this might just be the A wave to this point here. This is what we've got to be a little bit careful of. We need to bring this in line with the rest of the market, so we'll just wait for this. But we could have a low in here, but I want to get some more evidence over here for that first. And the same with Goldman's. The ABC here can be counted, but realistically it's a little bit small for all of this. So that noted, we need to bring this over here a little bit, and I'll leave that there, but let's just see how this plays out. Just looking for a bigger correction. It's just a little bit small. It can do the trick, but yeah, I mean, I also thought here too, it just sort of, when I eyeball this up here, it just doesn't look right, you know. It looks like from this wave 2 here, I can put wave 3 here and I can fit everything in, everything's sort of okay, but I just felt like this needs to be, you know, be this wave 4 here and this wave 5 over here. I just need more of a wave 4 from this one, but I'll just leave it as it is, and we'll just look for a larger ABC pattern here. And JPs, that dropped down quite sort of nicely here. So it's also possible here that, I'm just going to clean this up, so maybe you've moved out on the close, maybe not. You know, here also brings in a nice little ABC pattern here as well. Can this be wave 3 with wave 4 here? Possibly. Let's just have a look. It looks a little bit high for, it's 38.2, a little bit high. But the other point too is it looks quite impulsive. Excuse me. yeah, it's got a real sort of impulsive structure about it, as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, or even 4 to here, to there, sorry, 1, 2, yeah, it's to there, to there. That's 5 waves, so it should come back down here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1 and 2 here. I have to pull that apart. I don't know if that's the top of 3 or that's the top of 3, because it leaves me an extra wave here. An A, B, C here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the 5th wave. But this doesn't really look like a B wave. It looks like 1 and 2 here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3rd wave, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Anyway, I think that we're going to get some sort of ABC pattern here. But if we do get an ABC pattern here, like moving back again here, like an A and a B and a C, it looks like it looks like it wants to go up again. So the banks could have lows in, you know. Okay, anyway, I don't want to move on them until I've got the rest of them, but it will just depend on Friday. If Friday is going to be bullish, then you can trade the things like the banks, because they look like they're finished at this point. And that's something else. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the weekend. Cheers.